ブルワーズとのナ・リーグ優勝決定シリーズ第4戦に見事勝利し、リーグ優勝を決めたドジャース。試合終了後、打ってはポストシーズン史上11人目の1試合3本塁打、投げては7回途中を無失点、10奪三振の大活躍でシリーズ MVP を受賞した大谷翔平選手について、カーショウ投手、フリーマン選手、ベッツ選手、キケ選手が米番組のインタビューで語りました。また、ブルワーズのパット・マーフィー監督も大谷選手へ賛辞を送っていました。ここからはその様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
Players to hit 3 homers in a series clinching game. We're talking the great Bambino. We're talking Reggie Jackson. Adam Kennedy 0-2 ALCS Game 5. Adrian Beltre, the Hall of Famer. Kike Hernandez back in 2017.
I was there for that one.
But you can tell stories about that one. And Ohtani in NLCS Game 4. So much to digest when it comes to Ohtani. We'll get to the pitching in just a second. First, the hitting. He's not getting cheated. All right, Alex, he's smoking the ball. This was incredible.
Yeah, no, I mean, the story, too, the first couple games was, what's wrong with Ohtani? He was slumping, he was 3 for 29 prior to that game on Thursday. And, everyone was trying to figure out what was wrong with him. He was pulling off some pitches. He looked a little off balance. It was like he was kind of in between, a little late on the fastball, early on the off-speed pitch. He goes back and ends up, taking batting practice outside. We saw this on Wednesday for the first time all year. Everybody made a big deal about it, but he's trying to get a feel back. He's trying to figure out where he's at, and what he needs to do to get back to it. Sometimes facing a tough lefty, too, helps you keep that front shoulder in a little bit longer on a tough breaking ball behind the count. Is able to hit it down the line on Thursday for the triple. Then he stays in there a little bit better on a hanging breaking ball from Quintana today to start off with the homer. Gets a cutter on the inner half, 3-1, gets the bat head out off of Patrick and hits this one a country mile. But then a 1-2, 99-mile-an-hour fastball from McGill in the inner half all of a sudden is able to stay in like that. That's really tough to do right there. 3 homers. You can see the splits here from the series for Ohtani. Yeah, he went from being 1 for 7 to 4 for 7, 3 homers, 10 punch-outs, and an NLCS MVP.
Will Smith obviously is the guy calling the game there for Shohei Ohtani. And on the mound, there's so many different aspects of pitching here, Pete. There's release point, velocity, movement, spin rate, everything working in concert tonight.
Yeah, when a starter comes out, we look for him, is the release point there? What does the stuff look like? Does it have that on it? From the get-go, we saw him, command-wise, kind of like Bieber, kind of like Scherzer. It took him just a few pitches, but this man found it. When we talk about, is it coming out good? Yep, it was. 100 miles an hour. And look at these. These are perfectly executed. They're placed up there. And then when you start working this sweeper, look at the different shapes, the different speeds is what we're after. This is what it looks like from the box. Ball starting on the inner half, and then again, running out of barrel. The splitter tonight was the pitch for me. 0 for 5 with 5 Ks on the splitter when guys were swinging. This is what he came over here with. This has now come back into the arsenal. And, oh, by the way, I could not build a tape without saying he went 446. He went 469 and then 427. None of this makes sense. Again, my brain is having a hard time wrapping itself around what he did tonight. Yep. To go out there and have those shapes and to be that dominant of a pitcher and punch out 10 and to hit over 1,300 feet of homers, balls out of the stadium. Truly greatness, like Mookie Betts said. The great starting pitching staff as a whole effort here for the Dodgers pushing them forward.
2 earned runs in 28 2/3. The Dodgers starting pitching was absolutely unbelievable. Ohtani coming in had batted .207 in 15 games in which he was the starting pitcher. Offensive juggernaut in this.
Dodgers are going to the World Series, their 5th pennant in 9 years, and who understands it more than one of the greatest to ever do it, Clayton Kershaw. He's joining us now at the desk. Clayton, I got to ask, career home runs, how many did you have?
I didn't have 3 in one game, I'll tell you that. I just had 1, but yeah, what Shohei did tonight, MVP for 1 game, and it's just a culmination of the whole series, just guys stepping up, especially our starting pitching, it was unbelievable to watch. And, being in the bullpen for these last 4 games, watching how those guys go after it, Vest getting some big outs right there. And, Bandit coming in, helping Blake out, and then Roki at the end. Like, that was really cool to see. And, man, I'm just so excited to get one more chance at this thing. It's pretty awesome.
special.
Yeah.
Congrats. Clayton, I have to go to you because I played for 18 years, and you're the guy almost right next to me in everything. I have never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
Were you ever in your wildest dream thinking that you were going to witness something like we're seeing nowadays with Shohei Ohtani?
Hey, no. I mean, I think, we all know about Shohei, but until you play with him and you see it, it's just a different level, man. It's just like you have to do so much. As a starting pitcher is the routine you have to do. He can do that and then hit every day while doing that. And it's just, I mean, he doesn't have a regular starting pitcher schedule. He just kind of pitches whenever we need him to. And he goes out there and does that with multiple pitches, splitter, curveball, slider, sweeper, sinker. I mean, it's just...
Just name them all.
Yeah, I've got 3 pitches for 18 years. He's got 6 pitches any day he wants. It's just amazing. Yeah.
We're now joined by a reigning World Series MVP. Have you had your sake yet?
I have not had sake yet, but I've had wine.
Yes, nice. We got to talk to you after game 1, and we were marveling at Snell, and then you had the home run, and you had gray hair coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the opposite of gray hair is, but your reaction to Shohei's second home run was sheer and utter shock. Have you processed it yet?
No, I'm still kind of speechless. The man just struck out 10 guys and hit 3 home runs in the same game. It's
This is you right here.
Yeah, it said 469 feet. I think it just ran out of space to.
Right.
I think it just hit something that far
honest.
away. It's just incredible. It's I kind of said it in there. The inevitable happened. He was going to break out at some point, and when you saw him taking BP the other day, the first 2 rounds it was a little pull happy hooking balls, and by the 3rd, 4th, 5th round it was launching balls to center field. The triple yesterday I think got his confidence going, and then obviously he's just so locked in when he's pitching that I think it just everything, the unicorn came out.
Yes.
Freddie, I have to ask you, talking about that, I want to ask you, like I was part of the big leagues for 18 years, and I have never seen such a dominant performance by a rotation and by a team, as a matter of fact. I was never part of such a dominance from a team to the other.
I mean, for about 7 weeks now, we started playing really good baseball with 3 weeks to go in the season, and that's all because of our starting rotation. There was a stretch there of 6-7 innings of 0-run hit ball. They were just going back to back to back, and as offense, we're just like, oh man, we got to come on board here and just score some runs. And then we just started clicking. And when you have confidence in the starting rotation, as where they can keep throwing up zeros and matching that, as an offense, you're like, just give us time, we'll get going, and they're feeding off each other. They're going out and going 7, 8, 9 innings. It's just what they did. We're throwing number ones day in and day out. And they're all healthy. That's the key here. And we've been waiting for that all summer, and they're doing it. They're locked in right now, and we're ready for Friday.
You said when you came out here, you celebrated with your wine. You're waiting for the big one. But I noticed when you all got the last out, it was like a normal game, just the normal high fives, the hugs. There wasn't the jumping up and down. There wasn't the dog pile. Is that the whole mindset that, hey, we know this is great, but this ain't it?
I think it's kind of how the game flows and things of that. I mean, it's just Shohei was coming up and hitting a home run every single 3rd inning, striking out 10 guys. It's just kind of how the flow of the games, it was just kind of how it was going. I think more jubilation in the Phillies when we won that one because of how hard fought that was. And this one, we just had a 4-run lead, so it's kind of different. But believe me, it is pure excitement inside. You guys know how hard it is to win a championship, and we're itching to get going here in a week.
You're right. 1 week away.
1 week away.
The World Series gets going.
Here we
Congratulations.
go. Thank you very much,
Can't wait to
guys.
watch
I
your race,
appreciate it.
brother.
Thank you guys for covering.
Appreciate it, Freddie.
Kike Hernandez, you having fun yet?
I'm getting there. I'm trying, but I had to stop to talk to you for a little bit. I got to focus really hard. My English is going away.
Is that so?
But we okay.
Okay. The 3 home runs, no big deal, right? You've done it before.
I know. I told him anybody can hit 2 homers in a playoff game, Only the real ones hit 3, and he did it. I've done it, but I haven't punched 10 or 11 on the mound, so I don't know what that feels like.
There's always something to work on, Kike.
I know. Next year, maybe next year.
Next year. What about, we were just here last year. What is it about this team year in and year out getting it done?
The desire to win. The desire to win from top to bottom in the organization, from ownership all the way to, the guys in rookie ball. Everybody wants to win. The culture that we established the expectation year in, year out is to win the World Series, and they were trying to win, and then we have a really good winning culture. New guys come in, and we get them to buy in, and special things happen when people are buying in on the same page, and obviously when you got starting pitching like we do, that makes it a little easier.
One word to describe October Kike.
I can't answer that on TV.
A maniac?
Something like that.
Okay, I answered it for you. Thank you. Mookie, congratulations. They had the best record in the National League. How'd you guys silence them for 4?
I mean, the boys pitched. We had some timely hits. We kind of did it all. And for the first 3 games, we all did. And then the last game, Shohei did it by himself. So it's always good to have him take over a game.
Mookie, not every super duper star says you need a shortstop. I'll move for the good of the team. What was it about this team that makes you say whatever it takes to win? Most defensive runs saved at that position this year for you.
Yeah, it's really easy. With these guys in here, it's really easy. I mean, when you want to win, you'll kind of do whatever. And then when you got the boys support you so much in so many different ways, it just makes it easy to do what it takes to win because they'll do it for you.
And Dave Roberts, you say you'll follow him wherever. What is it about that friendship, that bond between you two?
I can't explain it. I really can't explain it. It's just something that from the first day I came, it's just there's like this love, and we both want to win. We have a lot of things in common, and it's just it's so hard to explain. He's like a mentor, a father.
All of it.
Coach, everything for us.
Wanted. What'd you say to the guys in there just about the season as a whole here?
We've talked about being an inch from the top and an inch from the bottom, and we faced a really, really talented team that played really, really good. We were part of tonight an iconic, maybe the best individual performance ever in a postseason game. I don't think anybody can argue with that. Guy punches out 10 and hits 3 homers. I'm really proud of our team. I admire our team. Enough has been said. The narrative has been said many times, but it came to an end tonight to a team that was not only talented, played great.
And we've talked a lot about the pitching, and you just mentioned how many pitching performances they had in this series. What'd you make of your offense? Was it their pitching? Was it a little bit of everything? Just what'd you see from the offense over the 4 games?
Well, since the beginning of time in baseball, when you have dominant pitching on the mound, throwing 98 to 100 every guy, and with tremendous off-speed pitches, the command they showed. Will Smith deserves a ton of credit. I said it was dominant pitching. If you want to say our offense, I think most offenses would struggle.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。